Oh darn. Oh darn. Like a little too tall. Oh. Oh!
Were you recording that?
Yes, I was recording that. That's going in the video. Hi everyone! It's literally the last day of July. So my summer is winding to a close at the moment. This has truly been a whirlwind of a summer. One of the best summers, if not the best, of my life. Because I've had the opportunity to go so many places and be around so many different amazing people. Two of the things that I got to do, I actually had 2 separate trips abroad this summer. I have a little tradition whenever I go abroad, I like to vlog my entire experience. I went to Austria last August for 2 weeks for the Classical Music Festival, and I vlogged every day there. I've yet to edit any footage from that trip. I don't know when I'll get around to doing that, but I will. But that was something that I did there, and it worked out well. I just did it on my phone, so the quality, I mean, it's good enough. But for Christmas this year, I got a vlogging camera, and so I decided to continue the tradition onto this summer. I'm fidgeting with this as I'm videoing. I don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, so this will be a vlog that recaps the first 2 days of my experience of the Poland trip, as I like to call it, with the Richard Zielinski Singers. It was amazing. I won't explain too much right now because I talk a lot in my videos. This will probably be the longest of my vlogs, probably, because I tend to video a lot at the beginning of the trip, and then as the trip goes on, I just get busy, and I really make sure I get swept up into the experience, which I guess is, it's good, it's nice. So the vlogging's up here instead of actually on an SD card or in a camera. So this first clip, it starts off with me in my apartment in Norman, Oklahoma, where I was staying right before I was picked up to go to the airport to start my crazy Poland adventure. Oh, I have to hold my... Wow, this angle is weird. Okay. Okay, good morning. It is Monday, June 11th. And it is 8:24. I am about to leave for the airport, the Oklahoma City airport, where then I will fly to Chicago, then Toronto, then Berlin, and then from there we'll drive over to Poland. So I'm very excited. I'm going on a trip with the Richard Zielinski Singers on a tour of northern Poland up by the Baltic Sea. Very excited. All my things are packed. Been ready to go for a couple days now. Just waiting on my friend Rhea from APO to come pick me up. But yeah, I'm super excited. We'll see. You'll stay tuned, I guess. I'll keep you updated. Bye! On the way to the airport, shout out to Rhea Sunshine for the lift. How are you feeling today?
I'm up. I'm awake.
She's up and she's awake, ladies.
I wish I was still in Texas.
Wait, why were you in Texas?
I went to a young adult spiritual development thingy. That was a year-long program I was a part of, and it closed down.
How sad.
It really was. I cried.
You should cry. I would cry.
I cry a lot.
Whenever I sing sad songs,
rough in this.
when I sing sad songs in Poland, I'll think of you.
Thanks.
And then I'll be like,
just cry in Poland for me.
It was like for a year.
Please cry.
No more. Don't cry for me, Argentina. We're on the way to the airport. We're on Lindsay Street. Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have my luggage.
Yeah.
Thanks for the lift.
You're welcome.
I'm here.
Woo! They do give you free beverages.
Blessed.
And I think pretzels.
Okay, so I just checked my luggage, and that was pretty quick. It's not very busy here at this very small Oklahoma City airport. So I'm headed through security soon, and then I'll be headed on to Chicago from there. Okay, so I made it through security. That took 0.2 seconds. The fun fact, the pre-check line was actually longer than the regular security line, so it sucks for them. But I had a schedule. I think I have like an hour and a half before we board. I'm at gate 3, and so I'm going to go check it out, and then I didn't really eat breakfast or anything before I came, and so then I'm going to go on a hunt for maybe some coffee, a pastry, some delectables. But yeah, the security check that I normally go through was closed, and so they normally have 2 open, but they only had 1, but it wasn't a problem. Yeah, so I'm going to find my gate, and this feels very weird vlogging because no one is here and I'm just talking to this camera holding it out in front of me, but you know, life is what it is. Focus, come on, focus. There, hello. Okay, so I made it to the Chicago airport. For food in Oklahoma City, I got a breakfast burrito, some coffee, and a Cinnabon, which was very, very tasty. We left, I think, a little bit early and arrived a little bit early, but it took a while for us to dock at our gate. We ended up having to change gates, but that's no problem. So I'm on my way to baggage claim to go collect my luggage, and now I'm a little turned around. Okay, to baggage claim I go down the escalators. I'll check back in with you. So I made it into the correct terminal for Air Canada and Delta, Terminal 2 at the O'Hare Airport. I checked my bag, there was no line. It was really easy to navigate from United in Terminal 1 to Terminal 2, surprisingly. Just follow the signs, and then once I got to the common horseshoe of the airport, I just kind of used my common sense. But then I made it through security, only took about 20 minutes. It would have been faster, but I chose the slower line. And then also my bag was checked because I brought Jolly Ranchers, mints, and Tootsie Rolls, and I guess that they thought that was some suspicious contents that I had. So that slowed me down a little bit, but it's pretty fast considering how busy this airport is. Right now my flight is supposed to leave out of gate E2, which is actually the very first gate in this terminal, so that's very convenient if I were running late. But I'm not. I have like 2 hours still boarding, so I'll probably spend a little bit of time either going to snacks or shopping or walking or charging my phone probably. Okay, something I will say about the O'Hare Chicago airport is that it's very short, and there's not a lot of waiting room at the terminals, at least or at the gates in this terminal. I'm on the hunt for probably a place to charge, and then maybe a snack or food or something. I don't know, just kind of killing time. So it's about to be boarding time of my flight to Toronto. It's running about 10 minutes late as of now, so that only leaves me about 15 minutes to get to my connection in Toronto to Berlin, which is a little concerning, but I'm hoping it won't be too bad. Or maybe we can make it up in the air, but I'm channeling good vibes and hoping for the best. Okay, then what happens after that? I don't know how to describe this. So at this point in my travels, I will be arriving on a bus at the Berlin airport, and I'll be with all the other Richard Zielinski singers. And then we will be heading and driving on the bus into Poland. And then I will recap later in the video what exactly happened with all of my hectic travels that ensued all the way from Chicago to where I will be now in Berlin.
Really? I'm so proud of you guys. No, stop. Like the goddess of the science. He's Ibis.
Go, Jake, go. Oh, I'm stuck. Wow, would you look at that? Would you look? Oh.
There are 3
Window. A desk for studying our music. some artwork to set the mood, and 3 beds. And a Jacob. Oh. Hello. This is Jacob. Jake or Jacob. They call him anything you want. Yep. So what happened? I haven't talked in a very long time because I landed in my flight from Chicago to Toronto was late by 30 minutes. And so my hour layover turned into a half-hour layover. So I didn't have time to vlog or update anyone. We were on the plane and they announced that there were a lot of people with international connections that had a very short layover. And so they were like, please let them go first. And so we all skedaddled and literally ran through the airport. And I was concerned because I was like, is there like a customs or immigration thing I'm going to have to do? But it was really easy. You just scan your passport and they said, okay, go to your flight. And then I made it right on time, got in line for my Zone 4 loading. And then I entered the plane and then it was the 8-hour flight. Doing good so far. I'm remembering all the things.
Wait, you flew where to where?
I flew Oklahoma City to Chicago to Toronto to Berlin.
Toronto.
And I flew United, Air Canada Rouge. Were my airlines.
Air Canada Rouge.
Yes. So the thing about Air Canada Rouge, let me just explain for a little bit. It sounds bougie. It's not bougie, because you know why? I sat down and I was like,
I mean, you were on it, and your name is Bourgeois.
okay, no, you're not letting me speak, Jake. I sat down in my seat and I was there and I was so just relieved that I made it, but then I realized that there was no TV on the back of the seat in front of me, and none of them, there were no TVs whatsoever. And so I was so like conflicted because I had looked up the day before that there were going to be movies on the flight, and then I was confused how I was going to entertain myself for a whole 8 hours. And I was really stressing out. But then they made an announcement about the Air Canada app, and that's how you can stream all of the entertainment. To which then I remembered that that's how it worked. And luckily I already had the app, and so I just used that. There are also no USB ports. So the only ports, for every 2 seats there was 1 outlet plug, like a US plug. And then for every 3 seats there were 2. And so I hurried up and grabbed mine before the people sitting next to me could. But I think my plug is broken because my phone was not charging. It charged a little bit and then it stopped. But thankfully I was already at a high enough percentage that it didn't really matter. But overall the flight was a regular flight. There was someone sitting next to me had their child, a mom, had a little infant baby that cried a lot. And people kept throwing her all kinds of shady looks. Like aggravators, there was this one lady who anytime the baby made a sound would stand up from her seat, go down the aisle, like come up by the aisle and just look at her, and then go sit back down. And I was like, what good is that doing? That's rude. I just felt bad for the mom, because like you can't help that the baby's screaming, and she was doing everything she could to keep the baby like quiet and whatever. And then the flight attendants, there was also a man sitting next to her, and then they moved him to another seat so that she could get out and in as needed. But overall, the flight was good. We had pasta for supper, for dinner, and then for breakfast it was this like sweet bread. But it was good. I had coffee with it. Entertainment-wise, they had a documentary about Lin-Manuel Miranda and Hamilton and In the Heights, and just about him and the creation and maybe what that means for the future of Broadway. And so, wow. Can't believe they had that. And then I started watching Kinky Boots, the movie, but then I fell asleep in the middle of that and slept for a little bit. And then after that, we landed, and getting off of the plane, it wasn't like in the United States or any other flight I've flown on where there's the gate connects to the inside via a tunnel. They opened the door and there were stairs down onto the runway, which I had never done that before, so it was a new experience for me. So then they loaded all of us onto a bus, and then we went to our passport control, which took a while to get through for whatever reason. It was very slow. The passport control officer did not ask me any questions, so I am not very suspicious, luckily. And then baggage claim was right there. Because it took so long, the bags had already come, they were circulating. My bag was there, so no lost luggage. I grabbed it. I ended up in Terminal C, which is a little bit removed from where everyone else was meeting, so I was a little bit confused because I didn't know where anyone else was. But then I did a little bit of walking, and then I found the rest of the group. In which we hung out there and left like an hour later than we were because of delays and waiting on people and others who did lose their luggage. But then we hopped on the bus at LAX with a dream of a cardigan. Welcome to the land of famous. What was I saying? So we hopped on the bus and we drove to Poland. If anyone wants to come party it up, hit us up. Oh, come on. Alright. Hello? How was dinner?
It was really good.
Say it in Polish.
Do widzenia.
Hello?
Hello.
How was dinner?
Dinner was wonderful.
What did you eat?
I had salmon and goulash. It was a great time.
time it. This wonderful view of the wall that we have from in our window.
It's the best wall in all of Poland.
Hey, you see my shadow, how fun. And see, it is like 10, let me focus. Focus! And this is what it looks like outside. And it's not 10 a.m., it's 10 p.m. And this is what it looks like at 10 p.m.
Sun is just going down.
Yep. Amen. So we just finished our first rehearsal. Well, first I actually went to dinner, and that was super yummy. We had, what were the dumplings called?
Pierogies.
Pierogies. And they were the best.
Also the soup.
Also the
Goulash.
soups. He had goulash and I had this. They called it chicken, but it didn't taste like chicken.
It was like chicken.
It was like a chicken
dumplings.
liver dumpling type thing. But it was good. I didn't mind. I had 7 dumplings. No, what are they called? The
Pierogies.
pierogies. I had 7 pierogies because I had one of Maddie's and one of Jake's, so they were that good. And then we had
some of my goulash.
and I had a bite of your goulash.
And you had your own soup.
And I have my own soup. So I'm well fed, is what I'm saying. Then when we came back, we had our first rehearsal for 2 hours. It's now 10 o'clock. It's not quite all the way dark outside, so a little bit different. But rehearsal, how did it go, you think?
It was good. We sound bomb. It was just long.
We do. We're all just very tired from traveling, but we all sound, I think, pretty
That's why I'm surprised
phenomenal.
we sounded so good. I expected us to be not so good because we're all tired, but it was
Yeah. It's a great group. I'm excited for what's to hold. And that's all I have to say.
because we tired.
Well, that is the end of my first day / 2 days in Poland. Or I guess my 1 day of travel and then my first day in Poland. Yeah, that's a better way to describe it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this first recap. I hope to edit some of my remaining footage that I have from this trip and then from some other trips I made for the rest of my summer. But until I see you next time, go ahead and like this video, share it with all of your friends, comment down below, subscribe, all of those things. Wow, I'm so cool. Not really. Hashtag drop your cool. Camp never stops. It really doesn't. I lost my train of thought again. Okay, well, anyway, I love all of you, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I have more to come later. So, That's all I have to say. Bye. Yeah. Oh, that didn't work like I wanted it to work. Yeah. There, I think that's a pretty good transition. But I hope you enjoys the Coco. What was I talking about? Oh, I can do this on the end. I can do the